Soldout, I would say it's an electronic band.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people say it's a little bit rock too, but I think it's really an electronic band. And usually I say that I'm a very big fan of Degio,
Yeah.
and David is a big fan of Pink Floyd, and it's really a mix of a pop side and a more electronic side. So the first one was more electronic, but more electro-clash. The second one was a little bit more punk and more rough. It was more based on the rhythm, and the next record it will be a lot more melodic. We worked more on working on the stories and on something more like improvisations.
Yeah.
For some tracks.
How do you create songs?
It's really it's a ping pong between David and myself. He's creating bass lines and rhythms, and then I add some vocals.
Yeah.
Then I give the project back to him, and he keeps working. Then he gives it back to me, and I keep. It's really something we do together. But sometimes songs are written on a guitar, but not often. It sounds more like ourselves. For the first album, we were discovering each other. The second album, we were looking for our sound. And I think now we found something that is really 50% David and 50% myself, and I think we are getting closer to what we really want, so I really hope we can get further with this album, and especially we would like to play more in Europe, more in Italy, in Spain, Germany. I think that's what we want to do now, is to play more in more countries, play shows. Well, usually when the album comes out, we had time to forget about the writing, and for the shows we changed the songs. We rewrite, we do it again because we don't want to do the same live than on record. Because it's electronic music, you know. People don't want to hear exactly the same because we're not really musicians. So we try to bring something else. Yeah. And it's maybe a little bit more
improvisation.
No. Sometimes there is a bit of improvisation because we play on keyboards, especially David. He has analog keyboards and he can really play on top of the samples. I really want to transmit something with sounds because I want people to just hear the sounds and the feeling and make their own story. So it's really about sounds, and also with the words. I'm using the words are not so much important to tell something. Sometimes it's the sound of the words, you know? So I'm trying to. You will hear the album, it will be easier when you get the album very soon.